Good evening and welcome to the semifinals of the DC Classic. Tonight we've got the Whitney Young Dolphins from Chicago, Illinois against the Jackson Reed Tigers from Washington, D.C.
Yep. As you said, Billy, it should be a good game tonight. It's the semifinal matchup. This is to move on to the championship with Gonzaga, who won earlier today. Some players to watch. Antonio Munoz for Whitney Young. He's a 3-star on 24/7. He's holds 6 offers, and boy, he can jump. In warm-ups, he's doing all kinds of dunks. And on Jackson Reed, player to watch is one, Justin Gilmore. He's a great slasher inside. He's going to put pressure on the inside, and he can shoot a little bit. So those are 2 players to watch, and it's bound to be a good matchup today.
Players to watch tonight for Whitney Young: Antonio Munoz, number 15, had a big game last night in the Dolphins' win over St. Vincent Pallotti.
Yeah, I think
18 points and 5 rebounds, including a few emphatic dunks.
Yeah, I think definitely for Whitney Young, the 3 will be important. They don't have the size really to match Jackson Reed, but so the 3 ball will be really important. But Jackson Reed just needs to get the ball down low. Number 2, Jaden Fort at 6'8", big body. So they're going to be doing a lot of that tonight.
And here we go. Jackson Reed will win the tip. Justin Gilmore, number 1, saving the ball from going out of bounds. He'll bring it up the court.
Almost threw it off the back, out the back.
Inside in the post, that's number 3.
Oh,
that's
that
number
was
2, Jaden Ford with the putback for the first points of the game.
Yeah, beautiful ball fake, and again, that size of Jaden Fort just goes over the top to put it back in after the miss.
Here's Munoz with the ball at the top of the key. He hands off to Pruitt. Sean Brown driving. Munoz, pump fake, and he's got the layup.
Yeah, great take. Gave up the 3, but that's okay. Got it with 2. Higher percentage shot, and great finish at the rim.
Gilmore to his left. He's going to lose it. Picked up by Whitney Young. Munoz at the other end. And he will get another layup.
Another great take by Antonio Munoz. He looks to be the star player already, and Jackson Reed's really got to pull out all the stops to stop him.
Gilmore at the top of the key for Jackson Reed. Pass it to number 2, Jaden Fort. Back to Gilmore on the right wing. And it's deflected by Brown. He'll keep it in bounds. He'll drive. Finds Marquise Clark for the layup.
Something to watch. That's 2 early turnovers to the front court. Justin Gilmore, he's usually sure-handed, but so far 2 giveaways, and something they'll have to clean up for the rest of tonight's game.
That's something that Whitney Young did really well last night in the win over Pallotti. Let's see if that happens again tonight. Fort with the ball at the top of the key. He'll swing it to Sakasi. Inside to Ford, he's fouled. That'll be on Sean Brown. Looks like it'll be a shooting foul.
Yeah, just got out of position. That's a nice ball movement and picks at the top. Got the big man down low on a mismatch. And the only chance to stop him was to foul him. So he'll get 2 shots at the line.
Jaden Ford for 2 shots here. He'll take the first one.
And he looks like a good player to watch tonight. Again, Whitney Young doesn't have the size to necessarily match up Whitney Young, so he'll be really important for the Tigers.
Checks in for Jackson Reed for Justin Gilmore. As Ford takes the second foul shot. That one is also good. He's got 4 early points for the Tigers. They're going to pick up full court press. It's Richardson with the ball. To Clark, to Pruitt, to Brown at the other end. He's driving. Another good finish at the rim for Whitney Young.
That was a great finish. You know, press, got out of position, and just finished nice at the rim.
McRae's bringing the ball up for the Tigers. He swings it to Hubbard. Hubbard at the top of the key. Back to McRae. McRae to Ford at the top of the key. Ford driving. He'll take it. Finish is no good, but the putback, yes it is.
Yeah.
Jaden Ford again.
Just simply too small. Just another finish over the top.
Whitney Young breaks the press fairly easily. It's Munoz driving on the baseline. He'll lose it. Taken away by Scotty Hubbard. And Sakasi will lose his handle, but Hubbard picks it up and puts it in the hoop.
Munoz looks a little shy to take the 3 ball. Let's see if he continues that trend tonight. And just a
great finish there by Marquise
Great
Clark.
finish. You think with a team of guards with Whitney Young, Jackson Reed's press isn't going to be super effective, so we'll watch if they change out of it.
McRae inside to Ford. Munoz tips it away, and Jackson Reed will come up with it. Ford goes up, he's fouled, and he'll get 2 more shots to the line. That foul's going to be on Marquise Clark.
Yeah, a lot of early fouls, especially on Jaden Ford for Whitney Young.
Ford already with 6 points will go to the line for a chance at 2 more. His first is good.
Yep, 100% so far, and if he hits all of his free throws tonight, that simply is going to be unstoppable.
Ford again.
Yep, continues that trend. Another 1-3-1 press for Jackson Reed.
Clark with the ball to Brown, to Richardson. Richardson thought about the 3, he'll dish it out. It's going to be Clark now with the ball to Munoz at the top of the key. He drives to his right. Finishes with the right.
Yeah. Great jump stop, Euro step, take to the rim. He's star player for Whitney Young so far.
6 points so far for Munoz.
Time for more than half of their points.
It's going to be Lucas Sakazi taking it up. He'll find Ford at the top of the key for 3. No good. Rebound by Marquise Clark up to Munoz on the left side. He's driving again, and he's rejected by Jaden Ford. Marquise Clark will get the loose ball. He'll go up again, rejected by Jaden Ford, and he'll get the rebounds. Joe McRae now has the ball for Jackson Reed, bringing it into the Whitney Young end. He'll go to the hoop, and he was contested there by Munoz. The loose ball will go to Jackson Reed. Sakazi, he'll miss the open layup. Munoz in fast break to Brown. No one there for Jackson Reed, and the dunk from Cole Pruitt.
Just Whitney Young's really good at getting those loose balls. They all collapse on it, and they got that one and finished with an emphatic dunk. They haven't taken a lot of 3s so far. In fact, they haven't taken a single 3, which is maybe a little strange for a
There's the 3
team
from
of
Jackson
guards.
Reed, and that is good. Scotty Hubbard hits the 3. Again, Whitney Young moving fast. Brown has it to Munoz. Munoz down the left side. He's rejected, and that's going to be a jump ball. It was number 11, J.J. Massacor. He got a hand on it. Yeah, he's going to check out for number 21, Micah Charles.
Yeah, this game's going to be really interesting. You know, Jackson Reed has the size advantage, but Whitney Young's just attacking inside and using that athleticism. So
6'7" senior Kai Settles will also check in.
And
as Whitney Young takes it underneath their own basket. They'll find Clark in the corner, the pump fake, the drive, the jump shot. And it's good off the bank, Marquise Clark.
That's a lost art. The mid-range shot, it can be so effective if you know it, but you know, with the invention of the three, no one really uses it anymore, but nice shot.
McRae finds Hubbard. Hubbard finds Sakazi at the top of the key. It's going to be Kai Settles at the top of the key, the 6'7" senior. It's Micah Charles with the drive, and he'll get it to go.
That's just bully ball right there. Big body on a smaller body, uses it, bullies his way into the lane, and finishes for two.
Marquise Clark going to his right. He'll find Richardson. Richardson will have the ball back to left wing. Guarded by Settles. And he finds Marquise Clark under the rim. Another layup for Marquise Clark. He's got 8 points.
Whitney Young does a great job of moving when they're not having the ball in their hands and doing a lot of picks and screens, and they find the open man, and what a great pass under the basket.
They find Settles. Settles. He'll drive, take a dribble. He'll find Hubbard. Hubbard back into Settles. And Settles, that's going to be a block.
That was a
charge.
charge.
Offensive foul on Kai Settles. Whitney Young ball.
That was a really good, really smart play by Nasir Rankin. You know, didn't have the size, but he can take the charge. So looks like Jackson Reed is staying in their press. The 1-3-1.
Marquise Clark will pass it off to Nasir Rankin, who just took the charge. He'll find Demaje Richardson, and they'll break the press. Richardson to his left. He's all alone. He finds Munoz. Actually, Richardson, 10 seconds on the shot clock. Got to do something fast. Richardson to his right. Finds Clark in the corner for three. It's no good. Rebound by Scotty Hubbard. Will push it up. Joe McRae with his left hand. The finish, and Antonio Munoz. What a block. He snatched that away. And here goes Rankin. It's no good. Rebound grabbed by Kai Settles. Joe McRae now has it. In transition, we've got a whistle. What a play there by Antonio Munoz.
This game so far has an incredible pace. Both teams really want to be up-tempo and attack the rim. And what a block by number 15, Antonio Munoz.
That foul was on That foul was on Nasir Rankin, rather, his first.
And
Justin
Whitney Young may be
back into the game.
Whitney Young may be the smaller team, but they sure do have some athleticism out there. Just attacking the rim.
Scotty Hubbard coming out of the game for Jackson Reed. Gilmore taking it out. He'll find McRae. McRae lost the handle, gained it back. He finds Sakazi. Sakazi driving. He'll take the contact.
Got 3 people on that one pump fake. Draws the foul. He'll be heading to the line for 2.
That foul was on Howard Williams, the 6'5" freshman for Whitney Young. Sakazi makes the first of his 2 foul shots.
Jackson Reed so far perfect from the free throw line tonight.
That's something to look out for. And Sakazi will make his second. Marcel Lane will check in for him.
And Jackson Reed, again, continue with the press. Whitney Young, team of guards, has found a way to pass the ball, move the ball well, and has done a great job of breaking it.
Raikan Wu with the ball at the top of the key. He'll find Williams. Williams to his left, spin move, the shot. That's good. Great move there from Williams.
A nice move and a nice little floater in the inside.
And here's Charles, who's rejected by Williams at the rim.
Things get a little chippy.
Oh, wow. Big block by Williams. And some extracurricular activity there underneath the rim.
Yeah, first quarter only, so that's going to set up for a fun game tonight.
Jackson Reed ball under the basket. McRae taking it out. He finds Charles in the corner for 3, and he's going to be fouled by Williams.
Yep.
And that's his second foul, 2 quick fouls.
Going to go to the line to shoot 3.
That's the 5th team foul for Whitney Young. So the way the bonus works in the DC Classic is 5 fouls a quarter. And once you reach that 5 foul limit, you get 2 foul shots for the rest of the quarter.
First
Micah
free throw
Charles
miss.
will miss his first free throw. Looks like they're saying he's got one more. I guess that was a 2-point foul on a 3. And he'll make the second. So I guess his foot was on the line there. Nasir Rankin bringing the ball up for Whitney Young, and it's taken away by McRae. Loose ball, and he's going to come up with it. McRae to Gilmore. Gilmore the layup. That's good. Yep. Got a tie game. Right hand Will with the ball. Nasir Rankin. That's Sean Brown. He finds Rankin. Rankin a move into the lane, and he will get the layup to go.
And one.
That's going to be an and one. Blocking foul there on Micah Charles.
Now, Whitney Young is doing a great job of attacking the rim for a smaller team, and just the acrobatic finishes, man. They're special.
And Rankin will hit his foul shot. Gilmore bringing the ball up with only a little bit of time. Gilmore to the rack. Falling away, no good. That's RJ D'Alessandro. He will throw it up, and it will be deflected. Whitney Young 23, Jackson Reed 20. At the end of the first quarter. What a first quarter! It's been really tight between these two teams. What do you see, Andrew?
Well, I see some fast basketball. Both of these teams are up tempo. I'm like having trouble like finding time to talk. You know, action. And going into this game, I thought Whitney Young, you know, they're a smaller team of guards, like they're going to shoot a lot of threes, but no, they've only taken 1 3 tonight, and they're just attacking the rim and using their athleticism to finish. And Jackson Reed, the big man, number 2, Jaden Fort, you know, just using his size, and Whitney Young just simply doesn't have a player that can stop him. And he attempted 1 3 earlier in the half, didn't hit it, but if he hits those later down in the game, it's going to be really a hard recipe to stop for Whitney Young.
Yeah, I watched Whitney Young's game last night against St. Vincent Pilati, and one thing that I noticed that really stuck out to me is that they controlled the pace of the game, and that's something that Jackson Reed has done a better job than Pilati did of being able to stop Whitney Young from controlling the pace of the game and being able to set their own tempo, so it'll be interesting to see that. It's also interesting, Howard Williams, the 6'5" freshman for Whitney Young, he saw a lot of run last night. He has 2 early fouls, so that'll be something to keep an eye on.
No, definitely. And another interesting thing is Jackson Reed is pressing them all game, and Whitney Young has done a great job of press baking, finding open man, and ball movement. And with the zone, you think, are they going to switch later in the game?
I will say Whitney Young pressed well into last night's game, even when they were up by even 20 points. So I don't think that's something that's going to stop anytime
2 different
soon.
teams with the same style of play. Let's see who can play a little bit better.
It's going to be Gilmore to inbound it. He finds McRae in the backcourt, guarded by Wu. They're going to send a double team. McRae's going to break it, though. He finds number 13. It's Marcel Lane. That's going to be deflected out of bounds.
Just, very aggressive defense. They pressed him in the backcourt and tipped that pass out of bounds.
They find Settles back to McRae. McRae, the floater. That's going to be off. The rebound by Nasir Rankin. He'll take it up the court with his left hand. He finds Wu in the corner. Wu back out to Rankin on the left wing, guarded closely by Gilmore. He finds Munoz on the right wing, into the corner. That's Cole Pruitt. D'Alessandro, the pump fake to Rankin. Pruitt to Wu. Whitney Young doing a good job of moving the ball. Wu. That's going to be the dish to Pruitt, and he will get it to go.
Just the ball movement and finding the open man is just, Whitney Young has done a great job of that so far.
Yeah, great ball movement from the Dolphins.
I don't think they've had a single turnover tonight.
Gilmore breaks the double team, dishes out to Settles. He will drop it. He's going to regain the loose ball, though. He finds Gilmore. Gilmore into the lane, the jump stop, and that is no good. Lane with the rebound, though. Gilmore again off the front rim. Rebounded by Cole Pruitt. To Rankin. Rankin on the finish. Yes, he got it. A great finish by Nasir Rankin and a timeout by Jackson Reed. It's 27-20 Dolphins.
Just the athleticism, the reverse layup. Again, pushing the pace in transition. Whitney Young has been great so far, and Jackson Reed really just has to hustle back.
Great play there by Rankin. Some great ball movement on the half-court offensive end by Whitney Young, especially in that first possession coming out of the break.
Yeah, captured their early momentum. And so let's see if Jackson Reed can kind of slow it down with their timeout, you know, try to control the game, play at their own pace, not speed up to Whitney Young. And let's see if they can regain it.
These little things go up or down for you to adjust it.
Whitney Young with a full court press here.
Gilmore back to Sakasi. Sakasi will take it up the court. Another double team from Whitney Young. He finds Gilmore again. Inside to Jaden Fort. Fort back out to Sakasi. Pump fake. Inside to, and that's Jaden Fort with the finish.
He's been the #1 player for the Tigers tonight. Kind of got subbed out at the end of the first quarter, and he just went right back in and went right back to scoring.
Ford already with 10 points for the Tigers. It's going to be Cole Pruitt on the right wing. He'll pass to D'Alessandro, the drive, and that's going to hit the net. Tried to pass it to Rankin there, but it's going to be a turnover. Sakasi from 3. Yes, it's good.
His second 3 of the game. He looks to be like the
Sakasi, and Lucas Sakasi will deflect the pass. It's going to be out on Jackson Reed, though. Whitney Young ball. Cole Pruitt's going to check out for Demaje Richardson. Demaje Richardson with the ball. Munoz sets the pick. He'll go with his left. He finds Rankin. Rankin dribbles it off his foot, and it'll be picked up by Scotty Hubbard in transition. Goes up. Oh, rejected by Munoz. And there's going to be a foul called. What a block by Munoz. That's the second time we've seen that this game.
Try to put him on a poster. Came after that man's family.
What a play.
What a block. They called a foul on it, but
no, I think the foul was actually on the putback.
Oh, yeah.
It was on Rico D'Alessandro. Jaden Fort will go to the line for 2 free throws.
That just makes it even better. Wow.
And Fort will make his first free throw.
Yep,
he's already in double-digit points. That'll give him 11.
Yep, perfect from the line tonight. He has a smooth touch for a big man.
6'8" junior will knock down his second foul shot. He has 12 on the night. Demaje Richardson with the ball, picked up by Justin Gilmore in the full court.
Yep. These teams are really matching each other's energy tonight.
And that's taken away. It's Lucas Sakasi. He finds Gilmore. Back to Sakasi. Back to Jaden Ford with the slam.
For the slam.
He got up there.
Yeah, these teams are matching each other's energy. You try to dunk on me, I'll dunk on you. And so far, a high-flying game.
Richardson, and that's blocked, although it will be a goaltending call.
Both these teams are playing above the rim. You know, seems to be, yep. Looks like Jackson Reed will inbound that ball.
Sakasi taking it up for them. 29-29 with about 5 minutes and change to play in the second quarter. Some slow pace, something we haven't seen tonight yet. Sakasi will give it to J.J. Massaquoi. He'll swing it to Hubbard. Hubbard with his left. Back to Sakasi. To Jaden Ford at the top of the key, guarded closely by Munoz. That's Hubbard for 3. Yes, it's good. Scotty Hubbard. And Whitney Young again playing fast. D'Alessandro, that's going to go. Whoa, watch out.
Threw the ball right at us.
Almost hit us. It'll be Jackson Reed ball.
Yeah. No, so far it's been Jackson Reed controlling the three-point line. They have about 12 points off of it.
Yeah, Hubbard's hit 2.
Yeah, Whitney Young has 0, so there's something to watch.
Sakasi again slowing it down inside to Jaden Fort. Fort inside to Massaquoi. Goes up, gets his own rebound, goes back up, and he will get it to go. J.J. Massaquoi, his first points of the night.
physical
Again,
basketball right there.
Whitney Young playing fast. Marquise Clark has the ball, and now he'll slow it down. He calls for the screen. Sean Brown will set it. He'll give it to Brown. Brown finds Munoz. Munoz back to Clark. Clark to Richardson. Richardson drives. Clark. And there's going to be an offensive foul on Richardson. Jackson Reed really came out of that timeout. Guns ablazing. They lead by 5 now.
Yeah, number 3, Lucas Sakazi has been a big part of that for Jackson Reed. His shooting and his athleticism at the rim has been a big difference. And yeah, whatever that coach said in the huddle, that really worked. Now Jackson Reed takes the lead.
It's going to be Massaquoi in the left wing with the ball to Fort. The top of the key, guarded by Munoz. He finds Hubbard. Hubbard dribbles to his right. He picks it up into Ford. Ford wrestles it away. The finish. Oh, it's no good, but he will go back to the line for 2 more foul shots.
Yep, just the size of Jaden Fort. Just give it down low and let him work. He'll have 2 more shots, and so far he shot 6, and he's been perfect so far. So let's see if he can continue this trend.
And that one will be missed. His first missed foul shot of the game. Here comes the second. And that one will be knocked down.
Drains the second. He's the leading scorer for Jackson Reed tonight.
With 15 points already. Richardson finds Brown in the corner to Munoz at the top of the key. Back to Richardson. He finds Clark on the left wing. That's Cole Pruitt. Richardson. Pick from Brown. He finds Brown, but no, it will go out of bounds, and it will be Jackson Reed ball. They have really started to gain some momentum here in these past few minutes.
And Jackson Reed, since Whitney Young's not really shooting a lot of threes, they don't have to worry about, crashing the three-point line and contesting. They can really sit in the lane and use their size to clog it up and block shots.
Gilmore with the ball. He'll find Massaquoi. Massaquoi will take a dribble. He'll go up, and he will get it to go. Great finish there for the big fella.
Yeah, Jackson Reed has really used their physicality in the lane to take over this game. See if Whitney Young can resume their fast-paced action.
And that's taken away by Gilmore and taken back away by Richardson. He finds Clark in the corner. Clark driving, and he will lose his handle. It will be Jackson Reed ball.
Yeah. Justin Gilmore almost had it. Hit the transfer portal after his sophomore year at Gonzaga. Don't know what type of NIL collective Jackson Reed has, but it was enough for him to leave. And I thought he was going to be a player to watch. So far, he's struggled a little bit with turnovers, but I think he can make a real difference.
He brings up the ball now, guarded by Demaje Richardson. Pass to Massaquoi on the left wing. He finds Lucas Sakazi. Hubbard with the ball at the top of the wing, guarded by Cole Pruitt. To Massaquoi. Massaquoi the pump fake to Gilmore for 3. Off the back of the rim, rebounded by Marquise Clark. And Gilmore will pick it up, and he will get it, and the slam.
With the dunk.
And Jackson Reed has opened up a 10-point lead in this game. It's Demaje Richardson with the ball. Guarded by Gilmore. Drive to his right. It's D'Alessandro, the pump fake and drive. Munoz into the lane. Pump fake. He's going to finish through contact. A big finish from Antonio Munoz.
Great jump stop, turn around, through the contact, and one.
Foul's going to be on J.J. Massaquoi for Jackson Reed.
Munoz has been a great player for Whitney Young tonight, and let's see if he can be the Energizer Bunny that gets it back in the game.
Yeah, they need to start getting more involved around the rim. That's really why they were able to open up a lead at the beginning of the game. That hasn't happened as much as of late. Here's his foul shot. It's good.
Yep. Finishes that and one. That's great. Whitney Young was kind of on a slide right there, and nice to get 3 points back.
9 first half points for Munoz. It's Joe McRae bringing up the ball, guarded by Nasir Rankin. He finds Jaden Ford at the top of the key. The jab step, the drive. The finish no good off the front of the rim. D'Alessandro with the rebound. Nasir Rankin goes up, and finish is no good. JJ McElroy rebounds, but it's turned back over. Cole Pruitt into the lane. He will get the layup to go.
Yeah, thought that might be caught a charge, but did a nice job of contorting his body to get around that.
Sakasi with the ball for Jackson Reed off the screen from Ford. He'll drive to his right. The mid-range jumper, no good.
Yeah.
Rebounded by Cole Pruitt.
Yeah, tough shot right there.
Yeah. Munoz now has the ball. He'll go up with it. He's rejected by Ford. Ford will get the rebound to Massaquoi to McRae. And Jackson Reed will slow things down, get into their half-court offense here.
Jaden Ford has been the MVP for Jackson Reed so far.
We got a timeout on the floor, and we need towel on the floor.
He can really stretch the floor, and for a big man, he can handle the ball well. You saw him on that drive. Didn't finish, but he can sit at the top of the key and put pressure from three and can spread the floor out for Jackson Reed so their guards can finish at the rim.
15 of the Tigers, 39 points so far for Jaden Ford. As we get the situation cleaned up on the other end.
Thanks to Kevin Riley, the athletic trainer, Gonzaga.
Sakasi will take it. Swing, that's going to be Micah Charles with the three, was no good. Nasir Rankin corrals the rebound. He'll find Cole Pruitt. Pruitt to D'Alessandro to Marquise Clark at the top of the key. Clark with the move, he finds Pruitt. Pruitt for three. Bang! That's something we haven't seen a lot of.
Boom, that's their first three of the night. And if Whitney Young can start hot at the three-point line with their inside finishing, it can be a really lethal combination.
And they've cut what was a 10-point lead just a few moments ago to 2 with 30 seconds left here in the half. Micah Charles with the ball to McRae. McRae back to Sakasi into Jaden Fort. He's at the top of the key, guarded by Munoz, the two best players for both of these teams. Sakasi now with the ball. He'll drive to his right, cross over back to his left, inside. Tries to dish it to Fort. Fort goes up, taken away. And the shot clock violation for Jackson Reed. Great defense there by Whitney Young.
Yep, 9.5 seconds for Whitney Young. Imagine they get the last shot.
Cole Pruitt's going to inbound the ball for the Dolphins.
Yep, and a little news from the college football world. Jane Daniels just won the Heisman, so congratulations to LSU. If you didn't win it, that would have been a bad look for the NCAA after excluding
Pruitt for three at the buzzer.
Florida State
no
from the playoffs.
good. And Micah Charles will corral the rebounds.
Yep. The half ends at the score 39-37. Great rebound by Whitney Young in the last couple minutes to. Yep.
All right, Angie, what did you see in that first half that you like from both teams?
I saw a lot of good basketball, and especially at a fast pace. Great finishing by both Jackson Reed and Whitney Young. Whitney Young hit their first three of the half a little later. Let's see if something they can dial up a little bit more in the second half. Jackson Reed doing a great job, a little more balance than Whitney Young, so that's why they have the lead right now.
Yeah, both teams kind of facilitating their game through a couple of tall juniors. Jaden Ford, number 2 for Jackson Reed. He already has 15 points. And Antonio Munoz, number 15 for Whitney Young. He's got 9 early points. They've both been kind of who the offenses go through in this first half.
Well, I think definitely Antonio Munoz for Whitney Young, because that man got hops. He can finish at the rim. He's slim, but he can, contort his body, like slither around. Jaden Fort for Jackson Reed, who has been the MVP for them so far. Great on the defensive end and great on the offensive end. He's scored a lot of points so far, and let's see if he can take a couple more threes next half. And if he starts hitting, that could be something hard for Whitney Young to stop.
Yeah, and Munoz with a couple of highlight reel-worthy plays there in the first half. A few blocks. We saw some of that last night, too, against Pilati. He has really been a flashy guy for the Dolphins so far in this tournament.
Yeah, and it really bigs, he's raised a 3-star. He's looked a little better than that tonight. Let's see if, those college rating services are watching.
What do you think teams need to improve on in the second half, Andrew?
What?
What do you think teams should improve on?
I think Whitney Young should probably shoot the three a little bit. I saw them in warm-ups. They're hitting them fine. Just get a little bit more variety because you can't just drive in and shoot because Jackson Reed does have the size advantage. I think for Jackson Reed is just making Whitney Young play at your own pace. Whitney Young, when they've slowed down, it's when Jackson Reed has slowed the game down. Nice methodical offense. But when they've tried to run with Whitney Young, it hasn't worked too well.
Yeah, Whitney Young is a fast-paced team. They like to run in transition. It's worked well for them so far.
39-37 at the half. Looks like a great game. Stay tuned for the second half.
Test, good. And we welcome you guys back to the semifinal of the DC Classic. The Whitney Young Dolphins, hailing from Chicago, Illinois, the Jackson Reed Tigers from here in Washington, D.C. It's been a fun game so far, Andrew. 39-37, the Tigers in the lead at the half. It'll be interesting to see how these two teams play the second half.
And I think the keys for this game are different for both teams. Whitney Young, just I got to see him shoot a little bit more. They're, Jaden Fort's having a big game down low, and he's going to continue to block their shots. And Jackson Reed just has to control their game to their own tempo.
It's going to be Marquise Clark with the ball. Sean Brown now. Antonio Munoz at the top of the key. He takes a dribble to Richardson. Cole Pruitt now. Great ball movement here from Whitney Young. Munoz spins, and he will get the travel call against him.
Yep, and Whitney Young so far has done a great job of not turning the ball over. That's one of their rare few turnovers. Just playing a team as fast as they do, they're pretty tight with the ball.
Justin Gilmore bringing the ball up, contested by Demaje Richardson. Gilmore will pass it off to that's Scotty Hubbard, rather. Hubbard looking, finds Ford at the top of the key. Passed off to Lucas Akazi. He takes a dribble into the lane, pulls up the jump shot. That will rattle out. Sean Brown with the rebound. Up to Richardson. Whitney Young is going. Munoz in the corner. Thought about it, but passed it up. Back to Richardson. Munoz sets a screen. Richardson driving. It's taken away. He'll regain the loose ball, though. And that'll be called a travel. I don't know about that one.
Looks like he moved a little bit when he on the ground and got called a travel.
Whitney Young picking up the full court press. Gilmore inbounds to Lucas Akazi, will take it up the floor slowly. You mentioned this, Andrew, controlling the pace is going to be big for Jackson Reed here in the second half. It's J.J. Massaquoi. He'll take a dribble, goes up, and he's fouled. So J.J. Massaquoi will go to the line.
No, Whitney Young
for Jackson Reed. The foul was on.
Whitney Young has a lot more fouls than Jackson Reed right now. Jackson Reed has done a great job of not fouling, but Whitney Young's got to watch out.
Yeah, only three fouls in the first half for Jackson Reed, and 8 for Whitney Young as Massaquoi knocks down his first.
And Jackson Reed has taken full advantage. They've been very good at the free throw line so far, only missing 2 free throws.
Massaquoi's second shot is good. He's got 6 on the day.
Did not jinx it.
Marquise Clark with the handle on the ball. Brown at the top of the key. That's Pruitt. Pruitt to Munoz. Munoz driving, kicks out to Brown. Brown the pump fake. He'll dish it back out to Richardson. And Richardson will back out. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Screen from Munoz. He'll drive, pull up from mid-range. He's knocked down. No call, though. Rebounded by Scotty Hubbard. Sakasi with the ball to Gilmore to Ford inside. Deflected by Cole Pruitt. It'll be Jackson Reed ball underneath their own basket.
You got to wonder how good those pump fakes work for Whitney Young. Only taking 2 threes on the game. Don't know who's falling for that one.
Inside to Massaquoi. Massaquoi will get his own rebounds, go back up and get the points.
Just a little too small. They lob it in. Misses his first, but gets up and gets back. It gets his second.
Massaquoi has all 4 points for Jackson Reed here in the second half. As Marquise Clark with the ball dishes it to Richardson. Richardson to his left, dribbling, finds Sean Brown. Brown finds Clark. Some more good ball move from Whitney Young. Richardson on the outside. So Munoz driving against Fort, and it's rejected by Fort. Munoz will tip his own rebound back out to his teammate, and Sean Brown will dribble it off his foot. It'll be Jackson Reed ball.
Yeah, dribbled it off his leg, and just like Jaden Fort has been so solid defensively down low, just guarding the paint. And I know I sound like a broken record, but Whitney Young's got to take a little bit more threes.
Justin Gilmore now has the ball. J.J. Massaquoi again. He dishes. That's Scotty Hubbard off the side of the backboard. Rebounded by Marquise Clark. Driving to Munoz. Munoz cannot get a hold of that one. Another turnover by Whitney Young.
A little too hot to handle on the bounce pass. You know, fans want to see that, thrown up top for the lob. Yeah, no, Whitney Young is turning the ball over in the last 2 possessions, something they didn't really do in the first half so far. So, just got to keep it under control.
Gilmore with the ball at the top of the key. Out to Sakasi. Sakasi to the cutting. Massapoy takes the dribble, goes up. It's off the rim. Jaden Ford with the rebound. He'll go back up. That'll be no good. Rebounded by Antonio Munoz after a few tips. Munoz will take the ball up the floor. Finds Cole Pruitt. Cole Pruitt with the drive. And he's stripped. But he gets his own loose ball. And there's going to be a whistle.
Yeah.
Let's see what this is. It's going to be a foul.
Yeah.
On Scotty Hubbard. That's his first. Or rather, it's going to be on Cole Pruitt.
Yep.
That foul's actually going to be on Scotty Hubbard. It's going to be...
Okay, winner of this game advances
ball.
to the final, so a lot of stake in it. They play Gonzaga as they just beat Prep by about 20 earlier. Yeah. For Gonzaga, player of the game, Derek Dixon. He's just the sharpshooter for Gonzaga, but he's not a one-trick pony. He can really, he's been the point guard. And he can really get inside and use that mid-range game.
Yeah, Dixon, very smooth player. Put on a shooting clinic earlier today.
Mm-hmm.
As we get some water cleaned up off the floor. Again, that foul was on Scotty Hubbard. It's going to be Whitney Young ball underneath their own basket.
Yeah, very, very physical game.
Yeah.
A lot of bodies on the floor. Got to get a mop to clean that up.
Marquise Clark to inbound. He finds Cole Pruitt. Screened by Munoz. Pruitt to his left. He finds Marquise Clark again. Clark guarded by Hubbard. To Munoz. Munoz, 8 on the shot clock. He's got to do something. Guarded by Fort. He'll go to the rim. And that's too strong. Jaden Fort grabs the rebound. He's going to go in transition to the rim to Gilmore. Gilmore lays it in.
How about those handles for a big man?
Yeah.
It reminds me of a guy for the Bucks named Giannis, you know, running the floor as a big. Very valuable talent to have.
Marquise Clark now has the ball at the right wing. To Munoz. Munoz can't handle it. Fort again in transition. Munoz at the rim. What a play by Antonio Munoz after giving up the ball. And it's going to be Nasir Rankin in transition. He gives it up. It's Hubbard.
Round 2.
Fort. Hubbard. That's Ford rather.
With the
Young
Euro.
is going to take a timeout.
With the Euro step. A lot of highlight plays, but more blocks than dunks. Let's see if we can finally land one. But just a high-flying game. It's very fun to watch. And Jackson Reed has started off this half hot. Controlling the pace, hasn't been too fast. They haven't been relying Whitney Young in transition, and Whitney Young has turned the ball over at a high rate so far. Let's see if they can get that under control.
Yeah, 10-point game was a 2-point game at halftime. Yep. Jackson Reed's gone on an 8-0 run to start the second half.
Yep.
Whitney Young's going to have to regroup and try to really control this game.
As we see number 44, Howard Williams, check into the game. Talented freshman, got a little bit of foul trouble in the first half. Let's see if he can be maybe the spark that Whitney Young needs.
It's going to be Whitney Young ball. Jackson Reed picking up in full court press. Nasir Rankin will bring the ball up. Rather, Marquise Clark. Clark back to Rankin. Rankin will drive in. He dribbles it again off his foot. Picked up and lobbed, but stolen back by Marquise Clark. He'll go down the lane. He kicks out to Howard Williams for 3. That's good. Howard Williams.
That was big. Not only is it a 3, but that's their first point since half. And another forced turnover for Jackson Reed, just an ill-advised pass.
Sakasi to Fort. Fort back up to Sakasi, the layup. Yes, he got it to go.
Nice little alley-oop at the rim. Nice pick and roll.
RJ D'Alessandro to the rim. He's hacked. He was crushed there by 2 Jackson Reed Tigers.
Looks like the Jackson Reed student section's getting into it a little bit.
And
they just ejected.
A student just got kicked out for Jackson Reed. Wow. I haven't seen that one before.
Nope. Got to remain respectful at all times.
The foul's going to be on Jaden Fort.
Yeah, these teams are really meeting each other at the rim. It's been exhilarating to watch.
RJ D'Alessandro will go to the line for 2 foul shots. He'll sink the first.
Yep.
Right Can Wu checks back into the game for the Dolphins, taking out Nasir Rankin.
That's like one area of this game that Jackson Reed is really taking advantage of is the free throw line. Whitney Young hasn't had a lot of opportunities, with Jackson Reed being very good at not fouling as the second one does not drop.
Rebounded by Lucas Akasi, and he will slow the game down, as we've seen a lot from Jackson Reed so far in this one. They lead by 8. He finds Fort. Fort finds Joe McRae. McRae back out to Sakasi. Sakasi back inside the Fort, guarded by D'Alessandro. He takes the mid-range jumper, and that will rattle in and out of the hoop. Rebounded by Marquise Clark. He'll take it up the floor to Howard Williams. Again, the deep 3. No good. Rebounded by Right-Can Wu, though.
Yeah, great rebound.
Yeah. That's Cole Pruitt. He finds Marquise Clark. Clark back out to Wu. Wu pulls out the floater. No good. Rebounded by Scotty Hubbard. Back up to Jaden Fort. Fort to the rim. Oh! And that ball hit the ceiling. Oh! I think it's going to be Whitney Young ball. Is that the ruling there?
Yo, I'm waiting for one of these to go down. This gym's about to explode. Just.
So no foul there. Fort couldn't get it to go down, and it hit. I don't know what that is, but it hit something on the ceiling.
Still
here
shaking.
At Gonzaga's Comedy Center.
The rim's going to be hurting after this game.
Marquise Clark will take it up the floor for Whitney Young. Pick set by D'Alessandro. Clark will try to use it, but fails. He finds Howard Williams. Back to Clark. Clark to a cutting Right-Can Wu. 10 seconds on the shot clock and counting. Cole Pruitt back to Clark. Clark, the jab step to the lane. To D'Alessandro, he goes up. He's rejected by Jaden Fort. Howard Williams grabs it though. And Jaden Fort, and that's going to be a foul.
Foul or jump ball?
Jump ball called. It's going to be Jackson Reed ball. A lot of chances there for Whitney Young. They just couldn't get it to go as J.J. Massacoy checks back in the game.
Yeah, nice pump fake for number 44, Howard Williams. Got them jumping, but just couldn't make the second layup.
Jaden Fort checks out of the game for Jackson Reed. He's got 17 points.
Let's see if Whitney Young tries to attack the middle now that he's gone.
Lucas Akasi bring up the ball. J.J. Massacoy in the post. Out, that's Kai Settles for 3, that's good!
Big man 3 right there. Nice. A big man with the ability to stretch the floors. The bee's knees in today's game.
And Jackson Reed has opened up an 11-point lead in this one with a minute and change to go in the third quarter. Marquise Clark to his left, Right-Can Wu tries to drive but fails. That's Cole Pruitt. It's taken away by Joe McRae, but he loses his handle. And that'll be Whitney Young ball.
Yeah, number 0, Joe McRae, has really been a defensive spark. He's real, like, he pressures the guards for Whitney Young, and it's gotten a lot of steals.
Yeah, McRae, no points yet, but he's been a real presence for Jackson Reed, giving him the kind of value you can't find on the stat sheet.
Yeah, providing a lot of pressure.
Pruitt to inbound, he finds D'Alessandro. D'Alessandro to Richardson. Richardson to the right. He finds Pruitt in the corner for 3.
Short.
That's no good. And there's going to be a foul there.
Foul on Justin Gilmore.
Although
a little too physical in the box out.
Justin Gilmore, his first foul.
Yeah, has had a tough game. He's struggled with a little bit turnovers, kind of got it back, but that's only his first foul. And so let's see if
Whitney Young swinging around the perimeter. That pass is rejected by Massaquoi.
Looks like there was a man open down low they couldn't find.
Dolphins will retain possession. Right hand Wu to inbound. Wu throws it far into the backcourt. DeMondre Richardson with the ball. Goes to the left. He's going to drive. And he's rejected. Settles. Right hand Wu picks it up to D'Alessandro. D'Alessandro back to Richardson. Richardson the pump jab step. That's no good either. Kai settles with the rebounds. He finds Joe McRae. And Jackson Reed will slow down the pace. Justin Gilmore with the ball.
Oh, Jackson Reed has had a lot of blocks tonight. Just very good at defending their paint.
Micah Charles going up. No good. That's Kai Settles with the rebounds.
Oh.
And it won't go. He'll get 2 foul shots. And that's Howard Williams' 3rd foul. That's big. With 19 seconds
with
to
these
go
teams
here.
throwing the ball down the court, passing long passes, kind of reminds me of the Army-Navy football game that just happened earlier today. 17-11. Army was able to take home the victory. 11. How do you get that score in football? Pretty interesting.
That 2-point conversion. Safety. Kai Settles misses his first free throw. Here's his second. That one's good.
No, 15 seconds left in the 3rd quarter.
The Jackson Reed student section not letting up about Richardson's air ball. Right hand Wu from the corner. That's no good. Rebounded by Micah Charles. He'll take it up the floor. Charles finds Settles. Settles to the rack. Taken away by right hand Wu. He's going to shoot at the buzzer, and that is going to be no good.
A little short.
Just a little bit short.
No, Jackson Reed's student section has been very vocal, even to the point of maybe a kid got ejected. But, you know, they've played a big factor, letting Whitney Young know every single time they get blocked.
What a quarter from Jackson Reed.
Mm-hmm.
4 points from Whitney Young in that quarter.
Yep. Well, this game has really slowed down, and Jackson Reed that's been like their goal is to slow down the pace. Don't let Whitney Young, a smaller, probably quicker team, get out in transition. And Whitney Young just, you know, you can't be a one-trick pony. They just keep trying to go down low, and James Force just showing them that who's their boss. So let's see if Whitney Young can let's see if they can make up this 12-point deficit in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, something that was interesting in that quarter, Antonio Munoz, no foul so far. He's tied for their leading scorer. Mm-hmm. We didn't see a lot of him in that 3rd quarter. Mm-hmm. I wonder why that is. Even when Jaden Ford came out, he was not on the floor for Whitney Young.
Probably just resting him up so he could, you know, play this entirety of this 4th quarter. But yeah, he's going to be a key player. His athleticism, his bunnies, you know, are really going to allow him to get over the top of that big 6'8" Jaden Ford.
53-41, Jackson Reed leads Whitney Young by 12 as we enter the 4th quarter. Again, the winner of this game will go on to face Gonzaga, the host of this tournament, in the final tomorrow. That should be a good game no matter which team plays them.
Oh, yeah. I think they match up pretty well. You know, we got similar size-wise in both teams that will put you on a poster. So, be a good game to watch.
Game to inbound. He finds right hand Wu in the backcourt. Guarded by Gilmore. Wu beats him. D'Alessandro with the ball. Back to Wu on the right wing. Guarded closely by Gilmore is Wu. He finds Munoz. Jaden Ford started on the game for Jackson Reed. Munoz dishes it to Richardson. The screen set by Munoz. Richardson to Williams, still in the game with 3 fouls. He finds D'Alessandro. D'Alessandro will take the 3. That's no good. Rebounded by Joe McRae. And he'll give it to Justin Gilmore. And again, Jackson Reed slowing down the pace of this game.
Yep. That's all they have to do. They have a nice cushy lead at 12 points, so they don't gotta hurry up.
JJ Massaquoi taking it to the rack. That's no good. Rebounded by Howard Williams.
Physical play by the freshman.
We've got a whistle here.
Oh, a little bit of blood.
Ooh. Blood, sweat, and tears, man. That's Kai Settles, number 24, is going to check out of the game. Jaden Ford back in for Jackson Reed.
Just shows you the physicality, you know. Well, blood, sweat, and tears for Jackson Reed.
And Tyrone Slaughter, Whitney Young's head coach, arguing with the referee about the stoppage there.
Offering the ref his glasses. Don't know about that one.
Marquise Clark to inbound for the Dolphins. Richardson to the right. He's going to go to the rim. He dishes it. That's RJ D'Alessandro for three. No good, but he gets his own rebound. The spin move and the take. Yes, it's good. Count the basket. A blocking foul.
Yep, something that no one really does anymore is follow their shot. But a great rebound and a great spin and a nice finish at the rim. Cuts the lead down to 10 with 7:05 remaining. Chance to cut it down to 9.
Foul was on Micah Charles there. Got another towel situation on the floor. As D'Alessandro waits to take his foul shot.
Looks like the head coach is cleaning up the floor.
Big cheer for the Jackson Reed student section. One shot for D'Alessandro. Trying to finish off the and one here. That's good. Got a 9-point game as Whitney Young's going to pick up full court press. Mascoy trying to get it in. Finds Micah Charles. Charles back to Joe McRae. Guarded by Demaje Richardson. McRae with the spin move beats him into Jaden Ford. Goes up and he's fouled by D'Alessandro. Jaden Ford again will go to the line. That was almost another big poster.
He keeps on trying. Did not get that one to convert, but has 2 shots at the line.
That's D'Alessandro's second foul.
It's been the MVP of the game so far.
6'8" junior's first shot. It's no good off the back of the rim.
Rare miss from him tonight from the free throw line.
Ford 7 of 9 from the free throw line tonight. He's got 17 points for the Tigers. His second
cuts the lead
foul
to 10.
shot is good.
Oh, physical screen by Munoz on Gilmore.
There. He's going to drive. He goes up to the rack. He's blocked by Ford, and it's going to be called a travel.
Playing a little angry.
Might have been a makeup call there.
That's travel?
It was a moving screen at the center of the court.
Is it a travel or a foul? Looks like a foul on Whitney, or on travel.
Ref signal travel.
Travel on Antonio Munoz.
Again, full court press from the Dolphins. Scotty Hubbard inbounds it to McRae. Gilmore with the ball on the left wing, guarded by Marquise Clark. He'll cross over to his left, going to the rack, and he's going to lay it in. Justin Gilmore.
Great take. You're struggling a little bit with turnovers and some missed shots, but, you know, that's a great take. Puts him up by 12.
Whitney Young playing fast. Richardson dishes to Young. Young back to Richardson, and he's going to get
heads-up play.
Double teamed. He's going to throw the ball off an unsuspecting Tiger.
Yeah, off of J.J. Massacoy.
Demaje Richardson going to come out of the game for Nasir Rankin.
Every single time Demaje Richardson touches the ball, Jackson Reed students let him know that they chant air ball.
It's going to be Clark. He drives. Dishes to Williams. Williams to the middle. Takes
take.
it to the rim. Great shot by Williams.
Great take and a little response to the student section. What a foul.
We've got a little
Getting a little chippy.
Here. Foul's going to be on Nasir Rankin.
That'll be his second.
Joe McRae and Nasir Rankin getting into it a little bit there. More full court press from the Dolphins as Hubbard inbounds it to McRae. He'll slowly take it up the court.
Yeah, Whitney Young has done a good job of not fouling so far in the second half. Only their second team foul compared to 8 in the first half. Nice pass.
Fort to the rack. He's going to, ooh, it's going to be a late call there, and that's Howard Williams' 4th foul.
Howard Williams pleading his case to the ref to no avail. It's like yet another foul shot for Jaden Fort.
The freshman big man. It's had a big impact for Whitney Young, rather, but looks like he's probably going to have to come out of the game now. Jaden Fort back to the free throw line, makes another one. No sub for Whitney Young, that's interesting. And Fort will miss his second, rebounded by Munoz. We've got 5 minutes and 40 seconds. Jackson Reed leads by 11. Richardson bringing it up the court to Munoz. Munoz, the overhead pass to Rankin. Rankin, the mid-range jumper, no good. Rebounded off.
Looks like it'll be.
Looks like it was off Scotty Hubbard. It's going to be Whitney Young ball. 5.5 minutes to go. 57-46 in favor of Jackson Reed. Another
like
towel situation.
Wet spot on the floor. Jackson Reed and students insisting on Whitney Young. Whitney Young's head coach doing it again.
It's going to be RJ D'Alessandro getting that cleaned up. Very thorough job from him.
Well, Whitney Young has to convert on this possession or things will get dire.
Here's the inbound to Marquise Clark on the left wing, guarded by Justin Gilmore. Take it with his left hand, he finds Rankin. Rankin going to the lane to D'Alessandro for 3 at the top of the key. That's good.
That's big.
RJ D'Alessandro has been big in his 4th quarter. He's already got 6 points for Whitney Young.
Yeah, he's their biggest shooting threat, and if he continues to knock down those, that's a way for Whitney Young to get back in this game.
Lead is cut down to 8 as Massaquoi has it. This is the Ford. Ford lost it. He's going to go back up, and that is good.
Yeah, just Jaden Fort dominated the game.
And that's going to be a turnover for
Looks
Whitney
like another.
Young. Nasir Rankin threw the ball out
A
of
little
bounds.
loose with the ball for Whitney Young, and something you just can't do with a down late in the game.
Not sure what's going on here.
Technical?
Technical foul for Whitney Young. Coach Tyrone Slaughter is not happy. And it's going to be Scotty Hubbard to shoot 2 foul shots for Jackson Reed. We'll miss the first one?
Misses the first one. Yeah, as a coach, you don't try to, affect your team negatively, just a little bit of a mental error. Well, Jackson Reed students insisting on his ejection.
Hubbard will make the second one. He's got 9 points in the night.
Still talking on the sideline.
So now Jackson Reed will get the ball at midcourt.
Yep.
They lead by 11, 4 minutes and 55 seconds left to go in this contest. Justin Gilmore with the ball. We'll give it to Hubbard. Hubbard to McRae. McRae to Gilmore on the left wing. Inside to Fort, guarded by Williams. Williams has 4 fouls. Fort dishes to Gilmore. Sets the screen. Gilmore at the top of the key. Picks up his dribble to McRae. Guarded by Nasir Rankin. Fort sets the screen. McRae looking. Dishes it up. It's taken away. Nasir Rankin with a steal. He finds Williams in transition. Williams to the rack. Tries to go underneath the basket. No good. Scotty Hubbard grabs the rebound. J.J. Massaquoi in transition. He throws it up to Fort. Oh! Munoz. A big block from Antonio Munoz. Marquise Clark will corral it. He'll go down the court. Whistle's blown. It's going to be a foul on the floor. It looks like on Jackson Reed. That's Justin Gilmore, his second foul.
Yeah, Munoz has used his athleticism really well in the defensive end. That's probably his 4th block on Jaden Fort alone, trying to go for a dunk.
It has been really entertaining to watch him and Jaden Fort go at it tonight.
They're trying to jump with each other all night. So far, none have fallen, but
Howard Williams will crowd the ball. Pass to Nasir Rankin to Munoz. Munoz to the D'Alessandro in the corner. He'll drive. Goes
Great
up,
take.
and that's going to be a foul call. Number 11, J.J. Massaquoi committed that one. The third team foul of the quarter for the Tigers. D'Alessandro with the line. He's got 7 points on the night. And that first one will go in and out.
Have to make those.
Brutal miss for the Dolphins. D'Alessandro taking his time. Here's his second one. Second one is good. They give it to Gilmore, trying to break the full court press. Gilmore guarded by Clark. Gilmore rather, passes to Massaquoi. Massaquoi to Ford at the top of the key, guarded by the freshman Williams. Ford to dribble, crosses over to his right, goes to the rack. That's going to be a nice finish.
Great take.
Ford.
And he has those handles for a big man, just the ability to drive his way into the
taking
Whitney Young
advantage
defender.
of Williams' 4 fouls as Clark has the ball, passes to Rankin. Munoz sets the screen, Rankin going into the lane. Dishes out to D'Alessandro for 3. No good.
A little strong,
Rebounded by
great
Jaden
rebound.
Ford. There's going to be a foul down low. Looks like Nasir Rankin is going to be guilty of that one.
His third foul.
And it is Nasir Rankin. That is his 3rd foul. And it is the 5th team foul for Whitney Young. So Jackson Reed will have 2 foul shots here at the other end. 12-point game with 3 minutes and 25 seconds left. You can kind of feel this one slipping away from Whitney Young. They've got to do something soon if they want a chance at winning this game. Lucas Sakazi.
Although Jackson Reed is winning the game, I think the uniform game goes to Whitney Young. Great uniforms, the pink promoting breast cancer awareness with Kira on the back as he makes his first one.
Sakazi with 8 points in the night. And Sakazi's second will fall as well.
Now, the Jackson Reed student section has played a big role. Whitney Young being in Chicago does not have any students out, and it's been a real factor for Jackson Reed.
And Marquise Clark threw that one up, and it was deflected by Jaden Ford and Justin Gilmore. They fumbled with it, and it's going to be Whitney Young ball on the side. 20 seconds remaining in the shot clock. Clark looked a little bit routed there as Jackson Reed sent the double team in the full court press. Rankin will inbound it to Clark. Clark takes the screen to his left side. He's going to go into the lane. Dishes out to Rankin for 3. That's off the front of the rim and no good. Rebounded by J.J. Massaquoi.
Try to put it back in.
D'Alessandro, after falling, tries to go for the steal but won't get it. And Marquise Clark will tip it away.
A great play.
Great play by Marquise Clark. And it's going to be Whitney Young ball.
Number 5, Cole Pruitt checks in the game.
Oh, now Joe McRae is going to come to the scorer's table. Marquise Clark with the jab step. Goes inside, spins. Out to Pruitt. Rankin to Clark. Clark out to Munoz. The jab step goes into the rack. And he's going to be fouled. Looks like it's going to be on the floor, though, as he was passing that ball. That's foul on Jaden Ford, his second. He's got 21 points for the Tigers tonight.
And he's done well defending the interior without fouling, which has allowed him to stay in the game for a long time.
Rankin with the crossover will drive. He finds Marquise Clark on the right wing. Clark, mid-range jumper, off the back of the ribbon, no good. Massaquoi with the rebounds. Jaden Ford.
He's in the
up
tempo.
Massaquoi. They'll find McRae. And Jackson Reed will take a quick timeout.
Easing the tempo a little bit for Jackson Reed, which will be important. They have the lead, no need to go fast.
2 minutes and 27 seconds remaining in the game. 64-50. Jackson Reed with a 14-point lead. you mentioned Jaden Fort, that was only his second foul. He's got 21 points. That's allowed him to be a big factor in this one for the Tigers. Howard Williams has been forced to come out of the game. He's got 4 fouls. He's made some big plays while he's in, but unfortunately he's been limited in his playing time because of his foul trouble.
Yep, Jaden Fort, everything has revolved around him today. He's been the X factor so far. Lots of blocks, a lot of almost dunks. He's provided a big spark for Jackson Reed.
Yeah, you can't deny it's been an electric game to watch. A lot of action at the rim, blocks, dunks from both teams. It's been really fun to watch these two teams go at it this evening. And again, the winner of this game will play Gonzaga tomorrow night in the final for the DC Classic tournament. Gonzaga took down Georgetown Prep earlier today.
Yep. Well, the championship will be a great game between two very talented teams. So, tomorrow night to watch it.
Jackson Reed played Gonzaga in the final last year as well. And the inbound to Ford, he dishes to Gilmore. Gilmore will take it to the rim.
Great take. And just this game is just slipping away from Whitney Young, just unable to convert on the opportunities.
Jackson
late
Reed,
in the
16
game.
Points. I think it's their biggest lead of the game. Munoz to drive. He's going to go for the dunk. He's fouled.
Tried to provide the spark.
That foul's on Jaden Ford. Might have been a good old-fashioned announcer's jinx there. We mentioned no fouls, and he picks up 2 quick ones. He's got 3 fouls in this one. And that is the 5th foul for Jackson Reed in this quarter. So Whitney Young will be shooting 2 free throws from here on out.
You wonder if Whitney Young will try to pull some threes a little. It's 2:08 left, not a lot of game left, so see if they really try to go aggressive with the 3 ball.
Yeah, they're not really a 3-point shooting team, and that worked for them last night against Pilati, a team that they outmatched. But against this team, Jackson Reed, who has kind of shut them down in their half-court offense, it's been hard. It's been hard to get anything going as Munoz takes his first foul shot. That'll rattle in.
Makes his first.
Munoz's first points in the second half. They've really been able to shut him down here. He's got 10 on the night. 66-51. Lucas Sakasi to Gilmore. Gilmore back to Sakasi. They'll break the press. No, they won't. Marquise Clark takes it away. Munoz to the rack. Oh, and the slam.
And he slams it home.
Antonio Munoz with the big dunk.
Nice.
Timeout taken by Coach Slaughter of Whitney Young. It's a 12-point game, Andrew.
Yep.
As Yogi Berra used to say, it ain't over till it's over. Some momentum here for Whitney Young.
Potentially, yeah. Finally got one.
Can they do it?
Yep. Finally got one dunk to go down, and that will provide hopefully a big spark for Whitney Young. Munoz just using high flyer,
I mentioned Munoz, those free throws were his first points in the second half. They haven't been able to get him going, but if he gets going, their team really runs through him. So if he can get going, I think the rest of them can get going. He's got 4 quick points there. His total's up to 13 on the night. A minute 51 left in this contest. Jackson Reed Tigers 66, Whitney Young Dolphins 54. As Whitney Young will try to set up their press.
Whitney Young has been good at pressuring Jackson Reed all night. Let's see if they can come away with probably a couple of steals here to close up this game.
Yeah, that dunk there came off of Marquise Clark's steal in transition. Jackson Reed looked a little rattled there. Hopefully their coach is drawing up a plan to break this press in the huddle.
Yep. Stay tuned for a post-game interview with Jaden Fort. As Jackson Reed inbounds the ball.
4 men on the foul line for Jackson Reed. They'll get it to Gilmore.
Yep.
Whitney Young will try to trap Gilmore to McRae. McRae back to Gilmore. To Fort in the middle. Fort finds Massaquoi. The left wing. Fort the dish.
A great block by Munoz.
D'Alessandro up the wing. To Clark. Clark the crossover. Finds D'Alessandro in the corner. The pump fake to Munoz. Munoz drives with his left. Munoz thought about it. D'Alessandro for 3. That's no good off the back of the rim. Rebounded by Joe McRae.
Needed to hit that one. And as Jackson Reed put two of their ball handlers in the game to help break this press.
McRae up the right side behind the back. Great play by Joe McRae. He finds Gilmore in the
Whitney Young has to foul here.
corner. McRae double teamed, finds Gilmore. Gilmore up and in.
Yeah,
Justin
great
Gilmore.
floater. Can't block that one.
Quietly with 6 points in this fourth quarter. They go into the corner to Nasir Rankin for three. That's off the front of the rim. No good. Rebounded by Scotty Hubbard to Justin Gilmore for the slam.
Big slam. That one will put the game away.
This lead has become
Looks like
16.
Munoz.
Oh! He's fouled by Jaden Fort, and Jaden Fort is
Justin
fourth foul.
Gilmore, you can dunk. So can I. Unfortunately, foul on Jaden Fort.
I think we jinxed it, Andrew. I think we jinxed it.
My bad, my bad.
That's Jaden Fort's fourth foul, although I don't think it will matter much. We've got 41 seconds left in this contest as Antonio Munoz goes to the free throw line. His first one's good.
Now, Munoz has not attempted a lot of shots from the outside. Looks to be good from his free throw, but no three-pointers so far.
And that one
Okay,
rattles
I'm
out.
sorry, guys. I may have.
Massaquoi rebounds McRae. Whitney Young pressure, he gets it over to Gilmore, and Gilmore will slow things down. Right hand Wu guards him. Is Whitney Young going to foul here? Looks like no. Gilmore handling the ball. Near the big court line. And he dribbles it off his foot. D'Alessandro will pick it up. Finds Clark, or that's Pruitt rather, for three. That's good. And a timeout taken by Whitney Young.
Late three cuts the lead to 12. Timeout by Whitney Young. You know, 12 points, 12 seconds. Maybe a little bit of Tracy McGrady action over here.
You never know. Looks like it's going to be too little, too late for Whitney Young. The full timeout from Coach Slaughter.
Yeah, Whitney Young really came out, sorry, my bad. Jackson Reed really came out in the second half, played at their own speed and slowed the game down, didn't allow Whitney Young to get out in transition, has really controlled this game and really pulled away.
Yeah, it was a 2-point game at halftime in Jackson Reed's favor, but they pulled away. They started out guns a-blazing in the third quarter, limiting Jackson Reed limited Whitney Young, rather, to only 4 points in the third quarter, and they kind of pulled away here. Jackson Reed, or Whitney Young, rather, trying to make something happen here. 12.9 seconds left, 12-point game. McRae inbounds to Fort. Fort back to McRae. They'll get it over. And Scotty Hubbard threw it away. McRae will grab it, and that is going to do it. Jackson Reed takes down Whitney Young from Chicago, and they will advance to the finals of the DC Classic for the second straight year.
Yep,
we're going to try to get
post-game for an interview of the MVP of the game, Jaden Fort, for Jackson Reed.
Jaden Fort had 23 points for Jackson Reed. We're going to try to get him here for an interview. Oh, shoot.
Looks like they're...
Looks like Jackson Reed's going to head straight to the locker room. So I don't know if we're going to be able to get a post-game interview here.
Yep. Sorry, no post-game interview. Walked right at the gym. I get it. It's late. School night. Or cap it off. Well, yep. Well, that's it for today. We saw a great game, a high-flying game, lots of potential posters, lots of attempted dunks, and Jackson Reed was just able to edge over Whitney Young with the pulled away in the second half, and that's it for tonight.
Thank you guys for tuning in. I'm Billy Cannon.
I'm Andrew Kozney, and stay tuned for the championship game tomorrow night.
Thank you guys.